Today we're playing the first ever my first ever Minecraft hardcore series on this channel. So I'm gonna start off by getting some wood, just so I can get a wooden pickaxe, because I prefer not actually getting like full wooden tools. I prefer getting just a wooden pickaxe and going straight for stone tools off the bat, because it's just easier to mine and it gets you further ahead with tool progression quicker. My goal for this channel is probably gonna be play a bit of my friend's SMP, but probably not much, because it's not that exciting. It's just grinders who just grind it for like 7 hours a day, and it just takes the fun out of it. Some Hypixel, because I haven't played it in a while, and it gives me a break from these stressful hardcore worlds. But then also obviously the hardcore, which I will try and keep this one for as long as possible. But if I do die which will be eventually, knowing my skill, I probably will just create a new one, or maybe create a fun creative world just to try out some farms and answer any of your guys' questions about mechanics of the game. So I'll just start off by getting this coal right here, because I will probably look to try and go for a village, because I've done several like progressions, and I know that the best way to get diamond armor early on is through armorers and getting diamond tools through toolsmiths. And I know one of the base traits is coal, so I need that to upgrade it to the base. To find the village, I'm just using F3A, which helps reload the chunks to try and find entities such as villagers in my render distance. So it's sort of a smart move, but really I should just keep running. Coming up to these pigs, just awful crit accuracy, and climbing up the vines is obviously a weird PvP strategy nowadays. Won't go down that cave because obviously stone tools and there's a spider down there, but stone tools aren't good enough for caves, especially skeletons, which I've lost two. I would have had, this would be like my second video or third, apart from one video where I spawned 2 wardens. I did have diamonds pretty much at the start, but also the other one I died to a skeleton, and I had a diamond axe because I traded with villagers. I hadn't grinded that much. I would be so much further on with this world if I wasn't so bad at dying. Here comes the spider. Example of my amazing PvP skills, getting the 2 string, which to be fair would be useful for a fishing rod, and because 1 for fishing, and 2 it deals extra damage, and also I can bring enemies up and make them take full damage without actually having to fight them. So that's a cool thing. Yeah, I probably won't kill the sheep because just changed my mind right there. But yeah, I just do need the food, and hit accuracy goes hard, but I need the food, and also the wool is useful for beds, and surviving the first night is my main priority. I could go and in the direction of the swamp, but there's nothing useful but maybe a witch's hut, which has potions. It's just destroying the grass because I feel like it. And Oh, but I'm going this way because I see a roof forest, and getting a totem really off the bat, because I know, especially because I play Bedrock, that you can kill evokers with stone swords actually pretty easily if it's just an evoker. I will probably just try and find one so I don't die early off, and it just allows me to just survive later on in the game. I'm thinking of tree hopping, which is just going on top of the trees and jumping from treetop to treetop. It's really good for transportation because it just allows the player, or me in this case, to just travel quicker and with safety, because obviously it's a dark oak forest and it's dark. It's going to be dark because of how thick the trees are. You may see like I've got Fulbright and other mods for this. This is because I play Hoplite, which is obviously a UHC server. If you've ever played it, it's really fun. Would recommend. Not sponsored, but definitely would recommend. It's just so I downloaded it because it gives me Fulbright. It also gives me the chords in the top left and the C counter, which is useful for finding, like, using entities and finding caves, which I've already used in other worlds, such as finding Deep Dark. Just gonna travel this river. Yep, that's all the mods you get from it. So you get voice chat and other mods, especially, which is really good in my opinion. And so just getting more food, because uncooked mutton is not that good. It gives 1 hunger bar, and if you have a pork chop, it's 1.5. This is a really good example of tree hopping, because it makes you travel many more blocks than you would if you're on the ground, because there's less obstacles, and every so often you just place 2 blocks to travel the distance, and so you barely have to think really and worry. There's nothing really in this direction. Just a bit of lag there. Wow, that was slow, but yeah, there's nothing in this direction. So, there's an azalea tree. That azalea tree is, if you don't know, if you were to dig directly under it, you would fall into a lush cave. I don't really want to go caving, so I won't do that. But for any of you who do want to find a lush cave, it's very good if you find an azalea tree. This only applies for Java, from what I can tell, because I have find lush caves on Bedrock, and there's no azalea tree. From what so unless someone in the comments can prove me wrong, then there's no azalea tree marker for the for lush caves. Just a bit more tree hopping in this direction, just to try and find an ideal place, another lush cave, probably a giant lush cave, because of the 1.18, which is probably one of the best Minecraft updates in my opinion. I haven't played for that long, probably about 1.16, but from the updates, it's basically remodeled the whole entire cave system and has created the bigger caves, which is useful for just finding ores and new cave biomes. Excuse me. I'm just going to craft a bed just in case, because you never know when night will fall, and I think it's probably close to falling. Oh yeah, and also I need to get I want to get a fishing rod as well. And for any of you don't know how fishing rods, how to get it into your offhand quickly. All you need to do is press F on the item you want in your offhand, and it will put it into your offhand. Just want to get some more food from these pigs, so I can make sure that I keep healing, because if I drop below, if I'm not full and then a mob, just a skeleton especially, which just appears, I will die. Finally, just a bit of peace now. Don't have to worry about the night. First night survived. All I need and I have another 10 minutes till I find till it's dark again. If anybody, before I offend anybody who likes copper, I'm just gonna say that copper is quite the worthless ore in my opinion. It is like, apart from like the copper grates in like 1.21 copper blocks, well, the crafts for the trial chambers are copper blocks, which are annoying. So, it is really like a really bad ore, really useless. Like every ore has a really good use, such as redstone, gold, lapis, nether quartz, nether gold. Yeah, and I've just named a bunch of useless ores. Emerald is probably the next useless, but it still has some use. I'm trying to use this if there's a village nearby, because if there's a higher sea counter, it'd be sure that be more entities such as villagers, which is useful because I kind of prefer my bases to be either flat land next to with access to a bunch of iron and ores, or be next to a village, because it gives you access to tons of supplies, mending books, sharpness books, tools, many valuable resources which you can use. I think this is the better direction, because it travelled a bit and the entity counter went down from the original one. So I just go this way because I suspect that there are a bunch of entities in the caves. So I just go up to this hill and try to see if I can find a village. And especially because it's cherry blossom, because it's more likely to be on higher altitudes and hills. So I just go up here and see if I can find the structure I'm wanting, because obviously it's probably be near a plains biome. We just eat to make sure I can have the regen, and do the occasional unnecessary fishing rod throw, because that is the most powerful thing in the game, the fishing rod. Just get a bit more food. I don't understand the cherry blossoms on the floor. It seems quite unnecessary, and kind of it does ruin it, because you kind of it kind of pollutes the ground. What I did just there was that I realised that if you're F3, if you point in a certain direction, it can sometimes show which blocks may be there. So I'm not sure if that's a screaming goat or not. I'll check if it is, but it definitely sounds like one. Maybe it's just a higher pitched goat noise. Just go. Oh, that's a high entity count. I think I'll go. Yeah, that's a good way. Cave down there, but there are some mobs which I don't want to risk with stone tools and no one. To find a village over this mountain, but if I cannot, I'll probably just set up base, because there's a bunch of trees which I can chop down, and cherry trees are a really colourful type of wood, and they're definitely they're definitely really useful and a good decorative block, especially for the world and the design, which, if I do survive, there will be later on. There's I see a village. I think I'll probably move. I'll definitely move over there, especially because it has the cherry tree biome in the background. I can use it to get as many sticks as I want for a Fletcher, or just create my own base out of cherry blossom to have a nice aesthetic to the village. Just travel on over, I can see that there's a church, definitely a librarian, so a cleric and a librarian definitely. Some hay bales for food, which I probably won't collect right now because I don't need the food yet. But I'll just have a quick explore just to see if there's any chests or there's any other workstations. The only annoying thing with having a fishing rod in your offhand is that you can accidentally cast it, which creates a lot of spam. Finally got my first pieces of armour for this world, but leather will just do fine though. It's got a nice scenic area with the giant lake in the background, which I can definitely use for other designs, so I'll probably just start having a bit more exploration of the village. It kind of looks like to you it looks like I'm going on like a rampage, destroying everything. But to me, I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm gonna just kill this iron golem. Hopefully I get the maximum amount of iron so I can get a smithing table, because then I'll be able to get a toolsmith, which will be better. Almost done. Got him. Please say it's 5. Please say it's 5. Please say it's 5. Oh yes, it's 5. So that means there's enough for a smithing table, and then I'm not sure what next. Probably an axe, I think. Yeah, an axe, because it'd be better if I get a Fletcher, it'll be easier to cut down trees. Just gonna get the gravel from the lake. There's a bit of gravel down there, I only need 2. Just gonna make sure I don't drown. Just took 1 tick of browning damage. That's about it. Nothing I can heal up with pork chops, so just start healing that up. Just gotta climb all the way back up so I can start breaking the gravel, so I can get some of the good flint to create the Fletcher, so emeralds become an easy task. Let's just start placing down the gravel. Don't know why I placed down the crafting table. Felt like I needed to, but not really feeling it like I needed to. Just a bit of lag again. Back to mining. Why are the flint drops so low? I mean, it's taking forever. It's meant to be 20%. Surely flint's got to drop at some point soon. Yes, finally. Just got the last piece. The final piece of flint. And that's it. All I need. I've just got to use my... I'm just looking for my crafting table. Oh, actually, I'm checking for the librarian, which didn't have anything good, which is unfortunate. So just go back and craft the fletching table and find a worthy villager to actually put the fletching table, give the fletching table to. So just need to Just need to find an appropriate villager. And speaking of which, they got stolen by the cauldrons. Don't know what I'm doing here. Should have probably got rid of the workstations, because that's kind of how Minecraft works. But that's for another day. Just go to try and get a bit more food, and also try to trap this villager in the doesn't want to move, which is bad. Oh, and as soon as I put him in the right position, he decides to move away. So lucky for him, he won't be trapped today, but maybe later. Just follow him, because if he's going to it's turning night if you can't guess, so you'll probably start going to his bed and completely ignore the workstation, because that's what they prefer. Looks like I can't sleep right now, and I'll just force him by trapping him into submission. So just put the crafting table there, the reflection table there. Wake up. Put wake this guy up. Break the bed. And I forgot to put a roof on his head, so he's now actually on top of the. Probably just have to replace the bed, because the villager will want to sleep because he can't get out. Just wait for the villager. Just mine all of that so he can sleep. Place the bed back. And actually do it right this time. There we go. We've got our trapped Fletcher ready for trades. Now all we need is a toolsmith. It's just sleep, so I don't have to deal with any mobs. There we go. Just need to get rid of the headboard. And then we try to find another villager to force to become a toolsmith. If we just break these, then some villagers should go jobless, and I can place the smithing table to give them a job. Surprisingly, they don't seem to have changed, which is annoying. Unless there's another cauldron nearby. There should be one. Don't know what I was thinking by replacing them, but maybe there's another. I don't remember seeing another place with a cauldron. No village in there. Cleric's not on the church. Baby villager there, but you can't give a child a job. Famous real life quote right there, if anybody wants to turn that into a clip. It's better when they start young. Just replace the dirt for no apparent reason. That's a really good move. Fight your enemies by doing the impossible and actually placing dirt. Just gonna check back in that. Oh, there's the cauldron, and a piece of smooth stone, which is good. But there was the cauldron that gave them a job, which is annoying, because I just replaced all the cauldrons, so they still have jobs in this Skyball. just get a job as I arrive, which is useful. He's in the perfect place for trapping him. The thing I've learned... coal for emeralds, that's good. The thing I've learned is that you have to be careful with villagers, because if you don't put a slab there, then the villagers can die from baby zombies, because they can fit into the block gap. So I just have a bit of a wander around and go and explore this cave over here, because I do need some coal to upgrade the villager and iron for its next stage, which is really the next stage is the best way to level up a toolsmith, because it's 3 or 4 iron depending on the if you have the discount or not from upgrading it. 3 or 4 iron for 1 emerald and a bunch of XP, which is really useful and gets you 1 tons of emeralds, but 2 gets it to master, which is a second to last level, really quickly, as the iron only takes 6 trades, which is 18 iron to actually to upgrade. I'm just trying to get at least a bit over, probably about 1.5 stacks of coal, because if I can get that much, it should be enough for me to smelt, but also max out the villager enough to get to the iron trade. But for now, I'll probably try and mine all this coal, because coal is closer to the surface, so I can easily get it without dying to mobs. Slabs are a really good way to stop water, because if you block it off, it doesn't flow around it. It just flows into the infinite into that infinite place, because obviously water just doesn't end in Minecraft. So, and it doesn't waterlog the slab because you haven't placed a water source block. You can also do it for this and block off the water source block, because it can't be waterlogged, as the water coming out of it is not a source block. So we have that going for you. I'm probably going to have to cut the video short in a minute or two, because otherwise it get way too repetitive. There'll be a part 2 for this first episode. So after I maybe mine this coal, I'll stop there and then post another video, maybe next week or in a couple days, depending on what ideas I can do next, which will either be another hardcore session or another or a Hypixel video, which I'll probably do every 1 and 3 episodes, just to create some, 1, give me a bit of training, but 2, give me a bit of PvP and also have fun with you guys. And also, you guys can invite me to, I can play with you if you want on Hypixel, if any of you want to join. So just creates an overall better experience with you, the audience. So I'll probably be just mining this iron and be about it. Just gonna get this to mine. I think I should probably get out. But just try and get out of